A long, long time ago, before even Minecraft came out, the greatest television show ever made was produced. This show was none other than My Mother the Car. But before we get to that, I want to take a few minutes to talk about the Twilight Zone. The pilot version of Where Is Everybody is pretty cool because it has Rod Serling introducing the show to, I'm guessing, a bunch of shareholders and business executives.
Let me very briefly show you what we mean by a special kind of series.
Rod Serling starts off with this intro talking about the episodes that they have already in production, and it's funny how he just spoils the piss out of these episodes.
A good lawyer pleads his case and gets him life imprisonment.
You just ruined the twist ending, you son of a bitch.
This is sand. It represents desert.
It's sand. It represents the desert.
Every Top Gun in and out of the territory converge on the town, ready to invite Mr. Dingle.
Mr. Dingle. Who got fired for coming up with that name?
It's this vial he carries into a saloon one night, ready to meet at gunpoint a gentleman called Dirty Dan Destry.
That's the best name I ever heard.
This is really nothing compared to the way Instant Sanka will be disappearing off grocery counters come this fall.
I want some Instant Sanka right now. Enough of that shit. Let's talk about the pilot episode.
There is a sixth dimension beyond that which is known to man.
This guy sounds like Walter Cronkite.
And it lies between the pit of man's fears and the sunlight of his knowledge.
The sunlight of his knowledge? It's summit of his knowledge. Did you read the script right, Grandpa? Got this man. He's walking around on this dirt road by himself. And then he finds this cafe. And he just walks in and he's yelling at nobody. There's nobody there.
Hey, notice there's a town just up the road. What's the name of it? Hey, I asked you a question in there. What's the name of the town?
It's pretty pushy. That's a good question. What's the name of the town? And he just goes to the back, grabs him a cup of coffee, keeps talking like there's people there, but he doesn't see anybody. So explain this to me.
You see, there's some question about my identity. Let me put it to you this way. I'm not sure who I am.
Go into a public restaurant tomorrow and just tell them that you're not sure who you are. And he just keeps walking around town. I love the part where he finds the mannequin and he just keeps talking to her.
Buck, I wonder if you could do me a favor. It's the craziest thing, but I've looked and I haven't seen anybody around. Maybe they're all asleep or something, but, well, literally, there hasn't been a soul. I don't want you to think I'm nuts or anything. It's nothing like that. It's just that, well, it's just that I don't seem to remember who I am. I was wondering if there's a doctor or something. I've always had kind of a secret yen for the quiet type.
Oh my God, this man's gonna make love to that dummy.
I wish I could shake that crazy feeling of being watched.
That's pretty creepy that he sees nobody in town, but he thinks he's being watched. I wonder what that means. And he runs into the theater screaming, "Hey everybody, I'm in the Air Force," knowing damn well there are no people.
I'm in the Air Force! Hey, I'm in the Air Force!
Okay, that shot of him running into the mirror caught me off guard. That's pretty awesome. Uh-oh. We got tilted camera angles. You know what happens when you got a Dutch angle? It's getting crazy. He sees the eye for optometrist. That is a scary optometrist sign, I will say, actually.
And this was a simulated trip to the moon, is that right? What about these wires attached to him?
Oh yeah, so this actually the very first episode of the show brings me to one of the things that pisses me off about a bunch of the episodes is when they start explaining it to the audience because they think you're too stupid to understand what's happening. The moral of the story is supposed to be that you can't survive without companionship, but I don't know. I'm pretty sure if I had a PS5 and a copy of Elden Ring, I'd probably be okay for 2 weeks. So that was Where's Everybody? It's not really the best episode of the show, but it's definitely not the worst episode.
Hey, don't go away up there.
Wait a minute, why would they send a man up there by himself anyway, now that I'm thinking about it? That kind of doesn't even make sense.